Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are here with the original baby boomer or the girl who don't you know talk show. Okay, it's me. I am the original baby boomer. I'm serious about that, because I am here to transform your mind one show at a time. Okay, so I need you to come on in here. I don't see anybody in, but you better come. You better come because I got a dynamic person on today. Dynamic, full of energy, full of fun. So I need you to share the show. Share the show, okay? Put it out there. And guess what? You can catch me on Girl Who Don't You Know on Facebook. You can catch me on YouTube under Maryland underscore pink and green. Okay, and for those who are going to be hashtag replay, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? And also, I need you to share this show because we're going to be talking about something good that you need to know. Okay, and guess what? Snapshot, my newest baby. And I am the place where it's the home of the 15-minute selfie. Okay, so you say, hey, how do I get on Snapshot? Well, I'll tell you how to get on Snapshot. You need to contact me at girlwdyk@gmail.com, or you can text me or call me at 636-442-2630. I am waiting to hear from you. So in the meantime, here's the question of the day. Do you currently have a mentor, whether personally or professionally? That's my question for today. So you need to say a yay or a nay, or you might put in there, I need one, or can you help me, or whatever and stuff. I really would appreciate it. All right. So let me see what's coming up next. Please share this show, share the show. And so I guess we're going to get started. I don't see anybody on live, but guess what? You can always come back later. And our show tonight is with a person that is, something else. Pouring into the next with Renee L. Cunningham. Okay, she is somebody who is an author, speaker, life and sales coach, business owner. She is all that and more. Okay, so please share, because when Renee comes up, we've been talking behind the scene for 30 minutes, but we can go 30 more minutes because we're gonna be talking about something that I believe that you're going to need to hear. Okay. So please share the show. And like I said, we're going to be pouring into the next tonight. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring her on up so we don't mess with her time. And in the meantime, please just share. Okay. All righty. Hey, you.
Hey, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm fantastic. What you know good? With Renee L. Cunningham.
Yes. We here to do the good work today.
The good work.
Helping people how to shine, moving into their next, and then taking the time to really pour into, like you said earlier, those behind you.
Come on. Let's
get in
something, because they thinking they knowing everything, don't they? These ones that's new. These newbies. They know everything in their little world, okay? But they need to always try to reach back and pour into somebody for them as well. So, hey, Renee, let's talk about this really quick here, okay?
Well, first of all, go ahead. I love the fact that you said we need to pour into each other itself.
Yes.
I have this little quote right here I pulled up. It says, success isn't about what you accomplish in life. It's about what you inspire others to do, pour into the next generation, ignite their dreams, and empower them to reach the stars. In doing so, you create a ripple effect of greatness that will shape our future.
That's right.
It's time for us to start throwing our stones so that ripple effect can keep going.
That's right. And see, the Renee has been on my show before, but I saw Renee doing something that I can tell you right now. If you've ever seen my Chick-fil-A Chronicles, okay, I'm trying to learn how to do it. Do that live thing. It's called Chick-fil-A Chronicles. And I'm in the drive-through doing a video, okay, because I don't do that well. So I'm listening to Renee, and she was just turning another year. And she was sitting there, and she was so sincere, and she said, we need to learn how to pour into the next. And when I heard that, I'm like, oh, that'd be a good title for a show, because we do need to learn how to pour into the next. Now you might say, okay, what next are you talking about? I'm talking about the next generation. Okay, I'm talking about the next generation. So we're gonna break it down, and we're gonna talk about pouring into the next, your next people that you know, the business, your health, and your wealth. Okay. So we talked about it a little bit behind the scenes, but guess what? We're gonna break it down even more now. So, Miss Renee,
Yes, ma'am.
Renee L. Cunningham. Okay, not
That's
just
right.
Renee, Renee L. Cunningham. Okay. All right. So tell me what you do when you're not being on my show. Tell me what you do when you're not being on my show, okay? And how you are pouring into the next and what you're learning and what you're finding. And so go for it. We ready.
Well, first of all, I want to say that pouring into the next, for me, just as you said, that live that I did, I was turning on my mom, well, it's a significant age. I'll say that because I believe black don't crack and I'm going
Yeah,
to
yeah,
die
yeah.
until I die.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
That is so funny. Go ahead.
so I was really taking inventory of my life and where I was at this point. And thanking God, first of all, for allowing women, substantial, significant women, to pour into me as I walked along my journey in banking and finance and insurance and life coach,
Right,
being in church itself. I had different women come along and not take over, but just deposit things into me to make me better and stronger.
right.
And I believe that this birthday was more significant because I felt the tug to say, it's time for me, everything that somebody entrusted in me, to give to the next.
Yes.
And we talked a little bit about the next. I'm an ex. You said you the original baby boomer.
The
So
original. Let's get it
you're
right.
original.
The original baby boomer. Okay. Everybody
Then
else are generics. They generics. I'm the original. Okay. Go
oh
ahead, girl. Go ahead.
my God. Then you have the millennials and the Y, I mean the Z's. And what we're finding, guys, and it's true enough that a lot of individuals, our baby boomers specifically, they were coming up to the north and they were working and they were doing their things, and then they had the exes and they were matriculating and in college and things of that nature, getting these corporate jobs. And when we had children, a lot of us had to work outside of the home, which means that a
Exactly.
lot of our children had to raise themselves. They were latchkey. Don't you open that
That's,
door for nobody. I
that's
said,
right.
when I get home, or if I call the house, I'm gonna let it ring 2 times and hang up and call you right back. That's me.
That's
But what
right.
happened with them being in the house, they begin to make their own decisions. They begin to be self-reliant. We want them to be, but they forgot about the importance and the respect of what we had to offer, the respect
Right.
level, the wisdom of working in corporate America, the wisdom of owning your own business.
Right.
So what I found is that that gap kept getting wider, so much so that there is groups of individuals or silos of women or silos of men that they come together because your friend know it, and then my friend know it, and we only know what our friends know,
That's
versus
right.
being able to reach up and get some wisdom and say, okay, now you may be trying to build this multi-million-dollar company, but instead of going to your friend that's not really educated in corporate finance, let me go to Mr. Wilson that was at my church, or Mr. or Mrs. Susie that used to be my Sunday school teacher,
Right.
so she can
Right.
pour into me the right way, opening that door up. I believe that the pouring into the next is a doorway. And I got an example
Yes.
for you too. Um,
Go for it.
y'all see, I got 2 empty cups here.
Okay. Come on. Come on.
So what I found and how God gave it to me is that you have this, this is life. Life.
Visuals. Right.
And when you're older, baby boomers and stuff, we pouring, we pouring, we pouring. We went to school, we did all the stuff. We had kids, we bought a house, we got mortgages, all that stuff we pouring into. And we think we got it going on.
Yep.
But your kids is here. Oh, I'm gonna give my kids everything I got. Mama, I don't want it no more. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want it. So you stop because you get upset at them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What happens and what we're missing, this child right here still needs mentoring, still needs talking to,
Right.
still needs somebody that will come alongside them. May not be able to hear from mama anymore because mama don't know what I'm talking about. She don't run no multi-million-dollar company. She's never been an entrepreneur before.
Right.
But if you get around other people, so I'm gonna use this thing, you're gonna get around other people that are full and allow them opportunity. You're gonna go to networking events and you're gonna
That's right.
mentor and stand up with Mr. Charlie and Miss Susie that's retired or that owns their own business, and allow them to pour and give some wisdom inside of you.
That's right.
You will be able to go a little bit further. Because what's
That's right.
happening now, you got a whole generation of individuals that are half full.
Have,
They got a little
have.
bit of knowledge. They got a little Google knowledge.
A
And
little
everybody keeps talking about
Google.
Google knowledge, Google and
That's
YouTube
it.
knowledge.
And
No,
Wikipedia.
and no AI. Let me go back. Let me back up. AI
Yes,
knowledge.
yes, yes, yes,
And there's nothing wrong with that, but we need the human touch. You need the
yes.
human touch. So what happened to me that day and what moved me is that I felt the push of it's time for
Mm,
everything that was put inside of me, how to be gentle, how to shine, how to be hospitable, how to engage, how to have a successful marriage. Been married for 25 years to my best friend, which has been my best friend for 30 years. Been
okay.
married to him. How do I build that relationship as we change? Sitting
Right.
down and talking to other women. I have two sons, and they're different as night and day. But how
Mm-hmm.
do I build a house that's safe in this house, in this
That's right.
environment? We have family meetings, and people are like family meetings. Yes, my sons are 20 and 17, and yes, on Sunday evenings at 8 o'clock at this house, we're coming together just to check and see how we're doing. Look each other in the face. When the last
That's
time
right.
you heard people doing that?
They don't. And you know the thing, let me jump in really quick on this.
Yes.
The part that I like when you was pouring in, you said, Mama, I don't want no more. I don't want no more. I don't want no more. The fact that you say you don't want no more is too much for us.
Period. And you'll
Come
stop.
on, baby boomers, like what? You gonna get your teeth knocked out, okay? You
Yes.
don't do that. So that's a whole nother thing right there. We're not used, but we've allowed our children
Mhm.
to be able to say, we're giving them a lot of leeway to say no,
Yes.
okay? But
Yes.
in that leeway of saying no, they're saying, no, I don't want to hear it from you. And you said they're going to hear it from somebody else.
Right.
That's the
So,
world,
and
okay?
that's the world.
That's
Yes.
the world. And that's what's so bad. But we have to learn how to, and we talked about it earlier, to get that generation gap
Yes.
of the mama and the kid. Let's start at
Yes.
home.
Yes.
Let's start
Yes.
at home. The mama and the kid, the dad and the kid, or whatever. You have to get that too. So how do you bridge that? You talk about coming in at 8 o'clock. I mean, you guys be meeting or whatever. How do you bridge that of the mom is saying, I know, son, I know what I'm doing. And the son is saying, no, you don't know what you're doing. Okay.
Yes.
How do you become more relevant in order to even pour into the next? What's your thoughts on that?
Ooh, that's an excellent word. Relevant.
Relevant.
Relevant. So sometimes we as parents, when our children are growing up and they feel they're independent and they don't need us, we have to reestablish the trust and also allow them opportunity to know that we are always on their side. No matter what goes on in this world, it's going to always come back to this house. And that means that if I'm giving you advice, if I'm talking to you, even if I am the person that you don't want to listen, but you will listen to your cousin or someone that I know that I trust that gives wise counsel,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to set that meeting up so you can talk to them.
Right.
So what I found is, first of all, you got to be able to reestablish trust. And
Yes.
that reestablishing trust with your children comes as simple as just being there. What I
Right.
found is everybody's going. And if you don't like to cook, most people know me, I don't like to cook. It ain't means I don't cook, but I
Right.
don't like
Right.
to cook.
I'm with you.
So I'm a great takeout DoorDash girl, but I can make a pretty table. And
Right.
I'm a
Right.
game fanatic.
Oh,
I will play
I
a
can
minute
bake.
away.
I'm a baker. I bake.
Okay. So
Uh-huh.
even if you invite them over and just have conversation with them, make it fun, make it inviting. Don't feel like every time they come to you that you are browbeating them. You ain't doing this right. I don't know what happened to this, because that makes them repel.
That's right.
And what I found is pouring into the next. I don't care if it is not my sons, if it's a young lady that I meet on campus, if it's someone that I meet at a networking event that's in between that age of 19 and 35. I
Uh-huh.
actually go up to them. The first thing I say, after we talk and introduce ourselves, I say, how can I support you?
Right.
And they look like, what? Nobody asked me that before.
And they
Because
don't have good answers either.
they don't, but that's
They
okay. I
don't.
can formulate it because most of them are entrepreneurs or they trying to hustle out here. I got a t-shirt business. I got a lash business. I'm selling hair. I'm braiding. But your children over there looking,
Mm. For dunk,
I
for
can
dunk.
help you. I can help you.
Yes.
Let
Yes.
auntie come in while you doing your braiding appointment. I don't have to go nowhere with your kids, but I can sit over here while they can give them a meal.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can sit them over here and play a game with you while you're trying to take care of some business to give you a couple of minutes. Pouring into each other allows us opportunity to reestablish that connection. I was telling you earlier that the age gap between baby boomers and that millennials is
Uh-huh.
about 50.
Wow. That's
And
about right. The top end of a baby boomer.
yes,
It's
and
about 50.
exactly. So sometimes they find it difficult to talk to them because they don't understand, or it could be their grandchild. If it's their grandchild, it's a whole different spectrum. They giving them everything.
Yeah.
Don't let the baby go.
Yeah.
What
I
you want?
learned to shut up though with my sons. I learned to shut up because if not, I done been in time out before myself. Okay, so I can't chance it. But go ahead. I can't
Oh
chance it.
God.
I done been
So,
in time out.
but that's all right. You survived it. It
I
didn't hurt you.
survived it.
You survived
Okay.
it. It was that spare the rod, spoil the child. They didn't want to spare it.
No.
But what we found though that's very, very interesting is that
Mhm.
the millennials and the X's are the closest in age.
Wow.
So that means that those individuals that were born, let's say late 70s,
Uh-huh.
they're going into 80s, and their children,
Uh-huh.
they're about a 15 to 20-year age difference. So that
Wow.
means you raising yourself. Y'all raising each other. Y'all got it together in the mud. Shaking your
Right.
mama. You done seen your mama with her 3 boyfriends. You done
Okay.
seen her. So sometimes pouring into them is a little bit different because they don't respect you because they done seen too many sides of you.
Right.
So that's where I come in. That's where you come in as the auntie or as the wise counsel.
Yes.
Just you
Yes.
don't talk to your mama like that. Is the better way to do that. Would you be open to? Is the better way to do that?
Okay.
And I believe it's with love and kindness. Have I drawn them?
Yeah.
And I bring you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. And
That's
we
right.
got to change our face and be open and be present. So building that trust with them, being present, not
Mhm.
judgmental. Now you may see some stuff like, wait a minute now, I need somebody around here to wear a girdle.
No, a slip. Let's go for a slip. How
Uh,
about
Too hot.
take a picture? Take a picture of a slip and give it to them.
They don't even know where
Okay.
they don't sell them. They sell them at the Goodwill only,
That's
Maryland.
it. That's it. That's it. I got some. Okay. And so one person told me that I was being an adult because my slip was hanging. I'm like, oh, I mean, because I just don't get it. I'm like, that's just bona fide nasty. Okay.
And see, with that, they would think that you was judging them. Now, what if
That's
they
it.
did not? They wouldn't
I
judge.
am judging them. I can go for it. I am judging you because something wrong with you. You ain't get the right proper training. Okay. I'm
They
judging
didn't.
you.
They didn't. So
They
that's what
did.
the problem is. They didn't because remember we was working.
Right.
We was working, so we didn't give them the proper training. So now it's up to us to reach back and to reintroduce some things, some standards, some practices, some showing them why.
We need
Yes.
some norms.
Yes.
Some
Exactly.
norms that are really normal and something that's palatable to them. I'm not saying to just stuff it down there, but they always need a reason why too. Because I got a granddaughter that I'm 50 years older. Okay. But she needs the why. Whereas a long time ago, I didn't need a why. Okay. I didn't need a why. I just did, even though I was rebellious. I got a whooping every day in the summertime. Okay, this is gonna put that out there every day.
That's why you're the original.
I'm the original baby boom. I'm the original baby boom because I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm like, I ain't doing it. What's the difference in coming in on time or coming in and 5 hours later? It's gonna be the same beat. So
and see now. They done took that same attitude and said, well, why do I wear a slip? Why do I need to wear that? It don't even take all that. Why do I need to dress up? You talked about how we dress.
Yes.
I have been in more places. They looking at you. Why are you so dressed up? And I'm looking at them. Why y'all got just t-shirts on and jeans? This is a business meeting.
but it goes back to what you're saying. They were latchkey kids. Okay. And they learned on their own. But see, we got to take responsibility as well, because even though we were working, trying to make it and do all that and stuff, it was on us to go back and to pour into them and tell them how, like both of my sons don't care nothing about dressing up, because guess what? They went to Catholic schools. They had uniforms. Okay. So they didn't learn how to do all that. And all I was trying to do is get them out of school. You know the story. Okay.
Yes,
but anyway, but we have to go back and pour into them. It's nothing wrong with that. As long as you still got that great bond with them, you should be able to pour into them. And you need to build that trust to the point where they come to you first.
Correct.
They come to you first. And sometimes they don't come to you first and they go somewhere else. And then what's up? Then they come back to you last. And I'm like, man, what's up? You should have came to me first. But nevertheless, when you pour into your next, it's not just about life things. You need
Right.
to tell them about wealth, right? You need to tell them
Yes.
that learn
I
how to count,
understand.
okay? You working at McDonald's and you got to look at the register to give me my change, okay? Let's just get it real and raw here, okay?
Yes.
Pouring
Yes.
into next meaning that you're going to need to show them how to count,
Yes.
okay? You're
Yes.
also going to have to show them to say, hey, it's okay to get a piggy bank. They may say, what's a piggy bank? You need to learn and save, okay?
Yes.
My mother told me, okay, save your money. And guess what I tell my sons? And they listen. The best lender is yourself.
Period. That's a
Save
good
your money.
one.
Save your money. But that's the things that we don't pour into them. Okay. We teach them about some things, but learning to save. I don't know about stocks and all that, but my sons learned it in latchkey. They learned it in latchkey.
Because you had private school. That's all.
I
But
had
think about
private
this. Most of our
school.
kids, yeah, most of our kids now is they are using a debit card, so they don't even see money. They don't see physical coins or cash anymore. They don't see it. All they see is a swiping a card. They see
Well,
is
and
swiping
you
a
know
card.
what? And you're right about that. And the first thing they ask you, do you have Cash App? Okay.
Mhm.
Do you have Cash App?
Yeah.
Well, hey, no, I don't. I got Zelle and I got Venmo. Okay. So they're asking these things that are plastic.
Yes.
Okay. A long time ago, plastic was like, man, you don't want to get all these credit cards. You don't want to get this. But nowadays, everything is plastic. Everything is plastic, regardless of whatever. But
Mhm.
pouring into them also means pouring into the next. Show them what you did wrong. Okay. Be transparent.
That's
Come
it.
on.
You wouldn't always like this. When you got here, when I got here, I didn't have these braids. I didn't have this
Okay.
shiny stuff on. I didn't have this lipstick and stuff on. I couldn't wear all that stuff. Well, show them your scars.
Yes, show them that your scars so they'll
Mhm.
know. And you don't. And so many times we want our kids to start off in the place we started a long time ago. Why not help them start where you are right now? Okay,
Mhm.
let them start right now and say, hey, all you can do is pour into them. Okay, if
Yes.
they don't want to accept it, it's okay. But and I'm not just talking about kids, I'm just talking about people in general. When we talk about the question was mentors and all that and mentees and stuff,
I love it.
if the
Yes.
mentee does not want to take what the mentor is saying, all you have to do is deposit and walk on, right?
Ooh, okay. There is an African proverb I pulled up, which was so good. It said, how did it go here? An elder who plants a tree knows they may not never sit in its shade, understanding the essence of pouring into the next generation.
That's it.
We are so instant. We want to see it now. No. If you keep talking, they face didn't look like they was receiving it. They didn't look. That's their out. That's their exterior, but their heart got it.
They got it. Another thing on that note right there, you
Mhm.
have to know your child enough or whoever enough to see how do they react. Now I know that my children are listening. Guess how I know? They get
How?
so quiet.
Mm.
They get so quiet. It's like I can feel them. Okay. They get real quiet and I know that they got it. I ain't got to say,
Mhm.
did you hear me? Why you ain't saying nothing? I already know they got it. They get real quiet. And my
Yeah.
granddaughters are the same way. They get real quiet. So I'm pouring in, but I don't
Mhm.
need the validation from them that I'm pouring in. Okay. So you have to learn to pour it in and go on about your business. Okay. But your job is just like your job is just to tell them.
Mhm.
Okay. Your job is not to always trying to micromanage their life or
Yeah.
micromanage them. You can't do nothing but tell them. Just
Yes.
just pour it into the next. Your job is to pour into the next. Okay.
Wow.
What did I write down? Wealth and health. Let me talk about health. Let's talk about health.
Okay.
When you talk
Yes.
about health, okay, it's
Mhm.
right.
Yeah,
Pour
yeah, I
and
love
going
that.
on about your business and watch the harvest. You're right about
Mhm.
that. That's
Yes.
all you got to do. But when we talk about health, my son had to convince me to take my cholesterol medicine. My
Well, do
son,
tell.
huh?
Why is that? Is it because he wanted you around, mother?
Yeah, that's true. But for me, I ain't taking that medicine. Shoot, they got a conspiracy going on. I take one thing, I'm going to have to take it forever. Look, I say, you are so crazy. You take your other medicine forever. You take your thyroid medicine every day.
You wash up and you take a shower every day.
Every day. And when he did it, and I started to take that cholesterol medicine, I ain't getting no money from no cholesterol people or whatever. But when I took it, when they say that the plaques are on your brain as well, I'm gonna tell you something, Renee. I started to see better. I started to think better. All that. Just think about all the stuff I done missed trying to have my own little stupid rationale. But once I started taking it, my cholesterol dropped.
Ooh,
Okay.
you talking my language. That's called reverse mentorship. Reverse mentorship.
And
What's
so
happening?
help me.
Yeah. So what happens is that your son, it's a commercial out there, and I think it's a life insurance commercial. So where you see the baby grow up and then become a toddler, then we get a teenager, then get married, and then you see the parents become dependent on the child.
Yes.
Where the child was dependent on the parents in the beginning, and now it's reversed. So what's happening is that because your son loves you that much, that he's going to tell you the hard stuff.
He did.
Now, he did. And you probably didn't like it, but you understood it.
But it made sense because I'm very logical and analytical. It made sense. And what his doctor told him is that because of where we come from, Africa, and because our body is the tendency to have high blood pressure, our body is a tendency to do this and stuff, that his doctor told him, you might as well do it right now. Don't wait till you get old to talk about, okay, I'm going to take some for my high blood pressure. Why don't you control it right now and take the burden off of your vessels? Okay. So that's what he told me, in which I'm like, okay, you're right, son. But even in that, we have to understand that you need to listen to anybody and let them pour into you. Right. It's not a one-way thing. It's not a one-way street. It could be, it's bi-directional. Okay. Right. But you got to hear it. Okay, and have to accept it regardless. Some people say, oh, they can't tell me nothing. These little millennials can't tell me nothing. Right. Okay. You think that, but they can tell you a whole lot of different things, okay, that you really don't know. And like your health, another thing that people don't do, and they don't tell them. It's our baby boomers. They don't tell them what's in our family. It's heart disease in there. Okay, it's cholesterol. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. You can go and get your talk on. I can see you saying that. They don't tell nothing.
No. The thing I love that because so during the pandemic, we saw a lot of things, and one thing that they said is that a lot of people that passed away, they either had some type of heart issue or things of that nature. Things. But what I noticed in my house is that, in the house I mean my family in itself, is that my mother, after my father unfortunately passed away, she changed her entire diet. She changed everything. She went through the cabinets and cleaned everything out. She said, I got tired of hurting. And what I noticed for her, because she said all the things that we're eating now was bad for me, was making my knees hurt, my back hurt, all that good stuff. Right. And the earth was actually as a healing power. Both my grandmothers are 97. So if they can live off the land and live long and have their teeth and all that good stuff, she went back to the earth. So she really just, when she does plant food, and everything is plant-based. She says she feels better, her skin's better, she's lost a lot of weight, and she doesn't have the ailments that just the time of us eating bad things and chemicals throughout the life. And when I say that in your health, she led the charge for me, my son, my uncles, my brothers, my cousin, because we saw it manifest in front of our eyes. She just didn't tell us about it. She showed us. And that's where we're going to be able to help one another. Because sometimes I need show and tell. We in the show me state over here in Missouri.
That's show me. Okay.
That's right. Show me. Don't just keep talking to me. I'm going to need some evidence. I'm going to need some receipts.
That's right.
And what she was able to do. Exactly. It show us how to take a lot of the natural things that we're eating, the sweet potatoes and the squash and the mushrooms and onions and saute it up and make sure that it tastes good and give us something with flavor and color and crunch and all that good stuff. And it's good. And it's good for me.
That's exactly right. But a lot of times, my mother lived till she was 90. Okay. But the bottom line is that my mother was not a fast food eater. Okay. Only thing she always wanted was McDonald's fries. Okay. Or or White Castles when they was 20 something cents a piece. Okay. 20, 21, 19 or whatever. Yeah. But that right there is something that you need to pour to the next. Okay.
Yes.
You have to pour that eating habit. You gave a great example of that head, the matriarch had
Mhm.
to start it, and
Yes.
you all had to see it happen, but it's sometimes you don't need to see it, you need to just believe it. Okay, you need to believe and to trust that I care about you that much. My mother always said, and I've talked about my mother a lot because she knows what she's talking about, regardless
Mhm.
if I admitted it or not. But she said this.
Mhm.
She said, you only got one body. Okay. And she
Yes.
also said, and we get mad like, no, we know that. And she said, I'm just telling you for your health. Okay. And she
Yes.
was right. Okay.
Mhm.
Because the greens and all that kind of stuff, that plant based stuff, is
Mhm.
healthy for you. So
Yes.
pouring into the next does mean, okay, it's more than just pouring into the next of just telling you something because I want to talk.
Mhm.
You think I'm,
Mhm.
what's that? You think I'm talking for my health? Okay. What just, I'll go there. Okay. What you think I'm just talking for my health? but but if you need to pour into the next generation on health, finances, you need to show them how to trust somebody, how to believe somebody. You really do need to do that. It's just not about businesses, a pouring
Right.
into a mentor. You have a mentor right in your household,
Right.
right? You got a
Yes.
mentor right in your family that they've done the right thing. Don't let something that's so terrible happen to
Mhm.
make it. That's a good thing when it's terrible and it's happened, but did it have to happen? Okay.
Right.
Did
Right.
it have to happen?
Mhm.
Instead it did. But if that next messes you up to the point
Mhm.
where, hey, I better go on and do the right thing. That's what you need to do. That's
Right.
called pouring into the next.
Yes.
Okay. It's not necessarily like people are like, okay, well, give me something. It's a reciprocity
Yes.
that has to take place at all time. And it is up to us, baby boomer, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D.
Mhm.
I don't care what you are. Okay. But you have an obligation and you have a responsibility, or as they say, it's incumbent upon you to pour into the next.
Yes.
Okay. Pour wherever you want your family to be
Mhm.
when you're long gone, it's up to you to start pouring that in. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? That's what
Mhm.
I want to see. That's what I want to see from heaven. Okay.
Yes.
That's what I'm going.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing. So y'all know. Okay.
Mhm.
I want to see it from heaven that
Mhm.
you are doing the right thing and you have poured into the right and you set it up now. You're talking about
Yes.
setting up 401ks and all that. Set up life, set up wealth, simple things.
Yes.
Everything that the baby boomer talk about, okay, it's not bad. Okay. Everything that the rest of them folks, because I'm the original baby boomer, the rest of them other folks, okay, the X to Y's and all whatever they say, it's not bad either.
No.
I'm just saying it needs to be that reciprocity, Renee. What you think
Yes.
about that? I mean, how you feel about that? Is that not
Well,
correct?
you said, no, you are very correct. And I believe that where we're at now, when you talk about mentorship and role models and things of that nature, it's almost as if we have raised a desensitized nation where they don't believe anything or anybody. And it's because we've let them see too much.
Uh-huh.
And they don't have any belief in anyone. Remember when we were growing up, when you rolled past a church, you turned down your music. You didn't
No, you
smoke.
can't go outside on Sunday if you don't go to church. You got to wait till church get over. Okay, go ahead. I know some rules.
Exactly. And you got ready on Saturday night for Sunday. Don't be
Uh-huh.
trying to run my iron and stuff on Sunday morning.
Right.
So those particular things, because I respected individuals. But now, since we're seeing so many people, some of the role models that people would say, we see them as human.
Uh-huh.
We are faulting them for being human, but the human race is here so that we can walk it out together. So
Right.
what I really want you to talk about, and what I really love the fact that you were mentioning with that mentors and role models, they come in different forms, guys. And
Yes.
don't get
Yes.
locked up. If your mentor or mentee messes up or makes a mistake or something happens, it requires us, those that are wise. And what wisdom does not necessarily come with age. I'm gonna tell you right there, some old
It
fools.
does not. It does not.
It
Mm-mm.
is, you give them opportunity to have a conversation with you, but you watch their actions.
That's
And
right.
you can always have more than one mentor, more than one role model, so that you're able to
Right.
get what you need. Because ultimately, you're going to be responsible. Like you talked about going to heaven, me too. but I'm gonna be responsible when I get there. And when he opens up that room and have all them gifts and stuff in there, and say,
That's
"Hey,
some gifts.
he got some gifts." I'm gonna say I
Uh-huh.
used all the gifts he gave me.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
going to go there and be like, I was scared to do that, and somebody hurt my feelings, so I sat down on what I knew to give. No,
That's right.
you don't
That's
want to
right.
get to heaven and not use all the things that God has planted inside of you to
You do
experience
not.
this thing called life. So
Hmm.
use your gifts, pour into the next. It doesn't hurt you to be kind. It doesn't hurt you
Oh,
to give a bit of knowledge or to just be there. So a lot of people nowadays, I found out, remember there used to be something in New York City called the hug campaign, where there was a
uh-huh.
person out there with a sign and they say, I'll give you a hug today.
Uh-huh.
It's amazing how many people don't get touched. Intimacy. They don't touch one another. They don't feel like it's okay to embrace one another. You can
Hmm.
pour into someone that way. You can pour in them with your words. You can pour in them with your deeds. Just texting somebody sometimes. I know, and I'm gonna tell y'all this too. I have some aunties that are baby boomers. They can't stand text. Don't text them on their birthday. You better pick up the phone and call them.
I
And they
love text though. I love them. I
and see
love it.
it depends. You the
I'm
original.
a,
Some
I'm
of them didn't get
original.
it.
I'm original
Some
baby
got
boomer.
stuck. Some got stuck.
See,
Yeah.
see.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to be able to meet them where they're at and not throw people away. This is the part I hate, when people just throw folks away. Oh, I can't deal with them. No. They have life experiences to pour into you, and it takes
Right.
time for
Right.
them to either catch up or slow down, or you to slow down. And it's
Mm.
okay to walk
Right.
alongside, because you never know what you're gonna miss unless
That's
you
it.
really be present. So
That's it.
I talked about this showing interest in them. That's the S in the shine.
That's
H
right.
is harnessing technology.
Hmm.
Sometimes we may not necessarily know all the next thing with technology, but I'm willing to learn. Just like you told me earlier, a story of teaching yourself how to use this keyboard on your lunch,
On my lunch
because they weren't
hour.
gonna leave you behind.
Come on. They was not gonna leave me behind.
Right. And
Mm-mm.
instilling trust. And then N is nurturing emotional connections. Okay, guys, we'll love and kiss on our grandchildren. We will love and kiss on them little babies at church, but we have not told our grown children that I appreciate you. You doing a good job.
That's right.
I
I'm
love
proud of
you.
you. That's
I'm
right.
proud of you.
That's right. That's right.
We got to bring them close and know that. Oh, I know that. They know that. No, but it's always nice to hear it.
That's right. That's
Mama
right.
always showed me her love because she paid the bills. But no, mama never showed us that how to be soft. That's why a lot of women got problems with having husbands now, because they don't know. They see their mama being hard all the time.
Girl, you know that's another show, but go ahead.
Ooh, write that down then. Write that
I'm
down.
writing it down. Another show. Being
It's called a
hard.
soft life. It's called
Soft
a
life.
soft life. It's called a soft
Soft
life.
life. Okay, go
And
for it. I
then
got it.
you got E, which is empowering growth. Everybody wants to grow. If you don't grow or learn something new each day, you're going to die.
Come
So
on.
what that means for me is that I want to learn what you have. I had a young lady in my life, and she's been in my life for probably about 15 years now. She taught me Pinterest when it first came out,
Uh-huh.
because I love pictures. I love vision boards and stuff. And I was like, wow, this is something excellent. And then as we grow and she grows up and stuff, I'm there for her when she has emotional issues or things that go on her that she don't understand, and she just need to talk it out. I'm a
Right.
listening ear, because
Right.
we earned that trust and relationship with one another.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with little things, and the
Right.
relationship grows, because I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a whole bunch of grandchildren, them Z's out there. They're gonna need to know how to get that hair combed, and that grandmama know how to do it. And you keep running away from her, she'll help you.
That's
Or
right.
somebody in your circle, if you open up. So in order for you to pour into the next, and I talk about this it's called the SHINE acronym itself, about really refining your shine, is that you need someone. You can't walk by yourself.
Mm-mm.
It is so lonely to go to restaurants and have success and not have anybody to share with.
Right.
And that's on both ends.
That's right.
Because I got some, I'm not going to name them. I got some people in my life space that are millionaires and rich, but they don't have a lot of people that they can talk to and laugh with and just honestly know them, because
Right.
along the way they start cutting people off. You need people. So we open
Right.
it, open, go with open hands, so you can receive and give out to other people. So that's what the
Right.
thing is for me. That's what it
Right.
is for
Right.
me.
Wow, this has been a good talk. I really like it. I really do because you're such an excellent conversationalist, and you're smart, and you're pretty too. So that
Thank
make it
you.
easy. Make it easy
Oh,
on us. Okay. So hey, this is Renee, the Renee Experience, Renee at the reneeexperience.com. She also has a book. Okay. So you can
mhm.
go there and the reneeexperience.com there. You can get her on I think it's Gmail. Diamond Insights is an ebook.
Yes,
Tell us
yes.
real quick about what's in that Diamond Insights. Just do a teaser so we can go out there and get it.
Oh,
Okay.
so there are 58 carats or 58 facets in a diamond. That means that it's been cut 58 times to
Mm.
this develop and make this diamond. What are your 58 carats? What is your 58 faucets? What are the things that make you unique? And how do you as an individual hold true to those 58 points in your life so that you can shine wherever you go in whatever room you come in? I don't care where they drop me off at. Renee's gonna shine
No
because
matter
it's from
what.
the inside.
Hey, you better
Right? It's
know
from
it.
the inside out. So
Hey, tell them like I said. Oh, the party can start now. I'm here.
hey, that's
Okay.
right.
I'm
I
here.
love talking to you, Marilyn. This is amazing.
Right, I'm just saying. Hey. I walk in and say, start the party, and then Renee, you want to laugh. And then when I leave out, I said, Marilyn Green has left the building. Okay. So in case somebody needs to get an autograph or talk to me,
Yes,
I'm
I love it.
practicing. Okay.
Yes.
In case I'm just practicing, but that's the way it is that the confident coming in there to say, hey, I don't care where I'm going, I'm a shine. It don't make no difference what you talking about.
Right.
So no,
Right.
I think I'm gonna get that book. I like that 58
Oh.
thing. The
So it is
58
a
cut.
workshop. It's a workshop. So what
I
I
gotta
do is
do
I
work.
give you, yeah, a little bit. I'm coming over there on the other side of the river. I'm coming on the other side of the river,
When you gonna
and
do that?
we're gonna make some time. Let's do a workshop. Let's do a workshop
Hey,
together.
that
Let's do
sounds
a
like some
workshop together,
fun.
and because you do your
Yeah.
grants, and then I do the Diamond Insights, and we invite some good people and have some cheese, and let's do something.
Well, and then I am pivoting and changing my life, and we can talk afterwards and stuff. So this is just perfect, because
Mhm.
it's all about moving a person to the next, and that's my biggest thing, of not being stuck, being unstuck all the
Yes.
time.
Yes.
I don't let nothing stop me. I'm unstoppable. Okay, I'm resourceful. I'm gonna get it done some kind of
Yes.
way. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Somebody said, high water, low water, no water. Okay. I'm gonna get it. Yes,
That's right. You
I'm
you
gonna
just
get it
you just
done.
proved that. This last 8 days, you
I
proved
just
that.
proved it. I proved
Mhm.
it. It don't matter to me. I mean,
Mhm.
I had the hotspot, so people know I had the hotspot my phone, my computer with my phone. It was
Mhm.
going in and out, in and out. But I said, you know what? I am going to do this. And so
Yes.
it's moving slow today because I just got it back. And I guess it's got to get its mind together, whatever. But nevertheless, I said, I got to do this show. And, let me tell you something. I'm going to say it real quick. I'm looking at how many people are on here, Renee, and we got zero. And you know what
Mhm.
I love about this?
What?
That's a good thing because
Yes.
it's moving me to say, I don't need to look at numbers. I need to look at hashtag replay because you
Yes.
really do need to get these nuggets. Now, you may
Mhm.
not have time tonight, but you need to really get these nuggets because it's going to help you pour into the next. Okay.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
need to come on to the show because my shows really be talk about transforming minds one show at a time. And this right here, as transformational as it was, I can't look at numbers because God told me don't look at numbers. He told me look at purpose. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm looking at purpose, and we are going to it's gonna be out there. And I was just thinking while we were sitting here, okay, I'm gonna put it on my personal page. Oh, they gonna get it, okay? Whether or not you want to get it now, you gonna get it because you need to get it. All right.
Yes.
And that's the bottom line because we didn't drop some nuggets today. Just me and her dropping nuggets
Mhm.
all by our lonesome self with Kiara. We did it, but we
That's
still
right.
good. So I can't say nothing but thank you so much for dropping in and having this talk. And we can move on, and you said it's time to pour into the next generation. You were made to shine. That's Renee L. Cunningham. And I see down here you got author, speaker, life and sales coach, business owner. Okay, so you don't go any place because I'm going to end this tonight. But the bottom line is that next month we're gonna have sisters doing it at my very own Kiera Lewis and Tamika Thomas, the sisters for real. The
Ooh.
entrepreneurs, they're coming on August the 7th, and on August the 21st, I'm in somebody chatting it up with Ronnie Talley, and guess what she does good? She show you how to get those big $10,000 motivational speaking gigs. Okay, that's what she does. Okay, so she's gonna be coming on, and please, if you want to contact me, please contact me and come on my show. I love to hear from you. I love to share you with my audience. So until then, I think I got a final thought. Just pour. That's my final words. And I always do this in that's it. Just pour. Just pour. That's it. All you need to do is just pour. All right. And that's my little thing that I have for Jerry Springer, because he used to have final words, okay? Or
I love
final
it.
thoughts. It's just pour. So until next time, this is Marilyn Green, the original baby boomer, okay? And I am the host and the producer of Girl Who Don't You Know. Is my talk show. And hey, I think I have transformed the mind today, one show at a time. So until next time, look, you guys have a super wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Be blessed. Bye bye.